Okay, so since my recording software is terrible, I've decided to take a new method. I've recorded it, it's really bad, but I've taken screenshots of the draft, so I'm going to show it to you that way. So here's a M11 draft. First pick was pretty easy. A lot of great cards in the pack, but I had to round it down. There was, Blinding Mage is great, the Badge is great, but Garruk is the clear best pick here. Next pick, not quite as clear cut, Doomblade or Fireball. I like Fireball better. I think it's the better card. I went with Fireball. Next pick was a bit harder again because the Spider is great, but the Worm is just way more powerful, way more potent. I wanted to, with the Garruk, I could ramp to him better, pick the Worm. Next pick, got Garruk, might as well have his champion. I gotta pass up a knight, which is kind of crappy, but I do like the champion in my deck. Fire Servant fits the color scheme. I'm passing the Ranger, who's great, but hopefully I'll get some burn. That's my plan anyways, for the Fire Servant to be potent. Nothing in this pack for us besides the sideboard card, so I went with white, hoping it might be open if I needed to leave red, because I didn't have much red. Unfortunately, here's a red card. Fortunate, unfortunate, I don't know what to call it, but anyways, I took the Spitfire. It's solid. Here's my last few picks of the pack. All sideboard cards until pick 13. One of the Rangers tabled, which is great. It was a nice treat to see in 13th pick, and it was welcome since I only got about, at the end of this pack, 6 or 7 playables, which is pretty bad. Hopefully the next pack will be better. Not so much. You look at that first pack and you say, oh my goodness, it's got a Pyroclasm, but look at the rest of the pack. There's that and a wolf in our colors. There's nothing else. So you're not like you're going to table anything, which is really bad in the first pack. However, it's the first pack. Hopefully the next pack will have a lot more of our colors in it. It could only get better from here, right? Pyroclasm is nice. Hopefully the next pack will be a lot more powerful stuff. No. Fail. Epic fail, in fact. I got a second pick Nature's Spiral. Like, that's just terrible. This pack is, so far, just bleh. So my second pick was Nature's Spiral, which is really bad. Gets a little bit better from there. A few more choices here. Another Fire Servant, an Acidic Slime, or a Llanowar Elf. However, I want to show you Exhibit A and Exhibit B in the last pack. 2 white flyers. I probably could have shifted colors, but I stuck to my guns, whether right or wrong. I decided I was going to stay in my colors, not change. I hadn't changed soon enough. Sometimes it pays off. Oftentimes it doesn't. Oftentimes you fail because you don't change colors. But here I couldn't decide. I didn't want this Fire Servant because I didn't have any other burn yet besides the Pyroclasm and the Fireball. I took the Llanowar Elf because the slime is not exactly what I'm going for. I took some big creatures. I got a Garruk. I want something that's efficient for the mana. Slime is not quite efficient enough, I don't think. It's great, but I want bigger than a 2/2 for 5 mana. I took the Lanny. I'm glad I did. I really needed it. Next pack was a treat. I got a Pack Master. That was great to see. Really happy with that. Pack Leader, whatever. Drew me a lot of cards. Next pack. Here's a pack I'd like to see. Multiple cards to choose from. Giant Spider was the obvious pick, though. It was above all the best card in the pack. But I was definitely happy to see it. Next pack, failure again. Like a 6th pick, I've got to take a Piker. This deck is really not shaping out the way I hoped it would. I might fail sticking to my guns, but I do get a treat. I do get a gift. 7th pick, Worm. Kind of renews my hope a little bit. So I go into the last few picks of the pack a little more excited. I get an 8th pick gift as well. I got our dual land of our colors. However, the 9th pick is a hate draft, which is kind of bad. But 10th pick is a playable card. I got a lot of creatures now, so I'm really happy taking that Thunder Strike or Lightning Strike, whatever it's called, and 10th pick. It's a solid removal. 11th pick, the Arc Runner actually got played. I actually ended up playing the Arc Runner. But that's pretty bad in this deck. So I was hoping that the next pack would be a little better. And look! Oh my goodness, is that what I think it is? Is that what I think it is? That's a Kraken's Eye! Oh right! I'm so happy! No, but seriously, is that a Stampede? Yeah, let's just go ahead and take that. This card was epic. It was so needed. My deck was just so suffering. Now I've got another bomb to top it all off with. And can't be happier about it. I desperately needed it. It put me solid into those colors again. I had to pass an outrage, which really hurt, because I was so weak in removal, but this is exactly what I wanted to see. Hopefully my luck will continue, and guess what? It does. A Bailoff. A Bailoff on the second pick. That's insane. See, the last pack, I got all crap green, and so I passed even crappier green, so the guy's passing back to me now, and he gives me a Bailoff. Thank you very much for not taking green. Third pack though, the luck fails. I end up with a Berserker guy for a third pick. Not that great. But after my first two picks, I'm satisfied. Plus, fourth pick, Pyroclasm. 2 Pyroclasms in my deck now. Looks like third pack might be the salvation I needed for this deck. This was probably the hardest pick of the whole draft, this next pack. The fourth pick here. Fifth pick rather. Because I had to choose between the Cultivate and another Packmaster. The second Packmaster is huge, Pack Leader, whatever it's called. But Cultivate is something I need so much. My deck is the curve is terrible, and I'll just show you the curve there now. Here's my deck. You can see the 3 slot really needs some more cards in it. Cultivate would fit nicely, especially when all those cards in the block there are above 3 mana cost. That's like 8 cards. However, I could not resist the lure of the Packmaster, and that's what I chose. I don't know if it was right or wrong, looking back. Cultivate may have been just as good, but I really wanted another threat. And I'm happy I took it, I think, because I saw it more often, and I often drew up to 3 cards from the Packmasters, making it absolutely ridiculous. So I think I'm happy with it. Next pack was a Fog. This late of a pick, this early of a pick rather, not that great, but it really helped my deck. I needed something low. Another difficult pick, I had to pick between a Fling, a Spineworm, and a Wall. Speaking of wanting to slow the game down, the Wall does that greatly. That's why I picked a Llanowar Elf so high. But in the end, I thought that I needed, the Wall just wasn't good enough. I wanted the Spineworm. He got boarded out a couple times, but I think he's the right pick here. I don't think I would have played the Wall either. The Fling wouldn't have got played because I would have only played an expensive creature. This has a really late Fling, like you pay 5 mana for a creature and then you Fling mana. Too situational, too late of a removal. So then the last few picks, none of it really good except for a good sideboard card in Plummet, but really happy with 10th pick. The Wolf did wheel, it did table, so that was great. So here's the deck. Besides a few last minute changes of one Nature's Spiral coming out, one Fire Servant coming out, and the Arc Runner going in, because Fire Servant I decided was pretty bad with so little burn. And the Arc Runner doesn't fit the deck well, but I had to put something in. So here is the third round. I didn't post the first and second round because I didn't record them, because I knew my software is terrible. However, I decided I did so good in the first 2 rounds, I was like, oh, I gotta show this deck off, so I'm gonna take the last one. So just in the first round, I won with the Stampede. Second round, I won with Garruk. Third round, this is it. I couldn't show it to you, but in recording, but here's the run through. Basically, he plays a bunch of guys, stomps my face, but I get to Garruk and a Fog, so I play Garruk, use the Fog, it works like a charm. He drops a Black Knight, though, after that, even though my Garruk is safe. So I'm thinking, how can I use Fireball? How can I use Fireball to get the best effort? Oh, wait! I top deck Pyroclasm. Let's kill them all for 2 mana. Epic blowout. I drop a hasty guy, the 3/2 guy, swinging his face with hopes of playing Arc Runner next turn and super pumping with Garruk. Instead, he has a removal, I'm pretty sure, so I play the Wolf and make a token. He does have removal. He kills my token with the removal and then concedes because Garruk can ultimate next turn. Game 2. Amazing hand. I've got my 2 bombs in my hand. He drops Duress, though. Epic Duress. I end up losing Garruk. Here we go into the game a bit. He's been beating me with a War Thief. I block with the guy, but he Doomblades it after I try to pump it with the Thunder Strike. However, I'm happy with that. I get a Doomblade against my Ranger. Big whoop. I drop a guy to block his Horror that he drops the next turn. I'm drawing nothing but land, as you can see. He mind-rots me, so I can land in my graveyard, land in my hand, as much land as him in play. But then I draw Packmaster. And from the Packmaster, I draw a Wolf. The Wolf draws me into a Bailoff. And and he drops a flyer. Yeah, he hits my face for a bit. That sucks. But the next turn, I overrun for a lot of damage, drops him right from all that life to 1, and Chad wins.